This is just the latest project for John George and the Blight Busters.
My name is John George. I'm the executive director and co-founder of the Detroit Blight Busters. This is our 30th year of working in Northwest Detroit. Our goal is to not only stabilize and revitalize Detroit, but also create some opportunity and hope. Detroit Blight Busters has been around for 30 years. We started our work in June of '88.
It's an effort that was started a quarter century ago when an abandoned house on John's block was turned into a crack house.
We didn't want to move, but at the same time, we didn't want our children growing up and around this negative energy. We believed then, as we do now, that that's a form of child abuse. Got together with a couple neighbors, Albert Mack and Felix Wright, on a Saturday morning. We spent a total of 8 hours boarding up and securing the abandoned property, painting the boards, cutting the grass, sweeping the curb lines.
At the end of the day, the house was secure.
That evening, when the drug dealers came back, they couldn't get in, so they got in the Jeep and they left. And that's how Blight Busters started 3 decades ago.
All right, okay, here we go.
John chose to act, not just stand by, and he's remained an active force in the community. Since then, 10,000 people have volunteered with Motor City Blight Busters.
Blight Busters are always working on something. As a matter of fact, every Saturday at 9 a.m., we meet here at Artist Village to go into the community and do our work. We're out boarding up abandoned properties, renovating homes, painting murals, helping little old ladies across the street, anything that we can do to make the neighborhood better, safer, cleaner. We're at the Artist Village, which is a facility that Blight Busters purchased 15 years ago. We had a young man named Chaz who said he wanted to teach kids and paint murals, and at the same time Alicia said she wanted a neighborhood coffee shop. And I've got a bad habit of buying old dusty buildings and cleaning them out and restoring them and helping people's dreams come true.
John George has made it its mission to fight blight and improve neighborhoods. So when the founder of the Motor City Blight Busters discovered his childhood home sitting vacant, he set out to buy it and fix it up.
Blight Busters will be finishing the construction here at Artist Village. We're actually building a bed and breakfast above the coffee shop. So end of first quarter 2019, the building will be bought, paid for, and restored. We've been working directly with Mayor Duggan over the last 5-6 years. He's demolished over 14,000 abandoned properties, and he's asked us, Blight Busters, to help him board up 9,000. We're out every Saturday doing our level best. I don't know if we're going to get all 9,000, but we're going to do the best we can. On Thursday of this week, I met with him and Dan Gilbert and the governor and a few others at a press conference for the new Monroe block, which is going on downtown. So, you know, it's not just downtown anymore. We all love and appreciate downtown, but we're also starting to see some significant investment in the neighborhoods where people live.
John George called them the Santa Clara Seven. 7 vacant, blighted homes on the street in the old Redford neighborhood near Losser.
You want to take these down? Well, we do.
Brought down over the past couple of years. One of them by volunteers in a Detroit 2020 Blight Busters event. Now, this is what a stretch of Santa Clara Street looks like.
Well, you know, the goal of Detroit Blight Busters is to save the world, starting with Detroit. Once we get Detroit squared away, maybe we'll head somewhere else. But the next 10, 20, 30 years, we're going to continue to work in the neighborhoods. We're going to continue to restore and provide affordable housing to our Detroit families. We're going to continue Farm City, which is a project just north of here where we cleared 2 city blocks of abandoned housing with sledgehammers and people power and put in a farm.
Essentially, Farm City Detroit will become an area that produces vegetables and herbs and spices.
The garden will feed the neighborhood. Some of those who will be working on it, veterans who will be moving into a 9-unit apartment building that Blight Busters bought and will be restoring.
We're going to be restoring it, working with Google. It's going to be known as the Kids Camp. Kids in our community are going to have a place where they can go to learn about healthy eating, farming, gardening. Well, people ask all the time, how can they help the Blight Busters? Well, of course, we meet every Saturday at 9 a.m. at the Artist Village in the Blight Buster Volunteer Center. Also, we have a car and house donation program where people donate a used car or an old home. Furniture, we're always helping families with couches and tables and chairs, or a cash donation is always needed and welcomed here at the Artist Village, home of the Detroit Blight Busters. You can call us at 313-255-4355 or hit me up on my email address, jgeorge@mcbbdetroit.com. We're always looking for new soldiers to rebuild the city. You know, Detroit is really a great place. You know, we were the city that put the world on wheels. We taught the world to dance with Motown. And we're seeing people from across the country and around the world coming back to the city, buying houses, opening up businesses, renovating buildings, creating new housing. It's an exciting time in the city. Detroit's best days are ahead. I personally believe Detroit is on the front porch of the greatest urban comeback story in this nation's history, but we have to work together. Say nice things about Detroit, volunteer when you can.